The reason is, Nancy, is that, well, I don't know, but they try to do it when people haven't gone back to school and work. And so I know for HISD and a lot of the schools this go around, people will not have to miss maybe but a day of school.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday. Stock fair, we're off.
Yeah, so that's really cool. The thing is that New Year's, and at first I was like, oh my gosh, people like New Year's, wow, that's gonna be hard, especially some young people who are like 18 and older might really have a hard time. It's New Year's
But
Eve.
parents are required to go with their child, correct?
Not always, no, because we can do something where, you know, you just have to do the whole legality of like a, what do you call it, sponsor, like where then we would be responsible for, you know, like a power of attorney and that kind of thing. So, no, they do that.
Also, you could slap off around if you had to. Get it by the senior.
Right. But the thing is that it actually will be great because, you know, we're at this resort hotel that's a lot of fun and it's 5 minutes from Disney World.
It is Tuesday.
Yeah, it is, yeah. So it's 5 minutes from Disney World. And so, you know, I think a lot of people who go to Showcase are gonna end up at, you know, the Disney park.
But do they stay there
New
by
Year's Eve.
themselves if they're not with their parents? I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm just saying, like,
No.
like if she goes, let's just say,
No.
okay, goes.
Oh my gosh, no,
Like if she,
No.
because I mean, we've got kids, and so,
no, she can't be out of my sight or
because my
whoever.
husband would freak out if I was gone for 6 days.
No, because, you know, we're liable, Nancy, I mean, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And also, it's like, it's a hotel, it's a public place.
Like, would she have like a roommate or?
Yes, yeah, we would have to set up all that kind of stuff, you know, so, and in fact, Brooke is going.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so we would have to work all that stuff out, and we would have to be very meticulous about all that. But, you know,
You'd love
definitely. So anyhow, that's the thing, it's 1st through 7th. So on Tuesday morning, Tuesday's registration day, but it's also for those people who sing. That's mic checks, you have to get your sound check, you have to turn in your CDs with your music and make sure those all work. Then you're registering during the day. They already started having their seminars. They're fantastic seminars, you guys. I mean, when I went, I was just like, every time I go, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much more I have to learn after 30 years plus in the business. Because the business is constantly changing and constantly updating. And then with, you know, now with, of course, internet and everything else, it just continually changes. And there's great seminars, as I said, for the parents because, oh my gosh, they're just, you know, wonderful. How you should be with people in the entertainment business. So, so some of the seminars are Tuesday. Then it goes till late. So basically, when people go, you know, we really try to make sure to tell people to be really healthy, but still, you know, hey, you have to manage yourself. I mean, some people are drinking Cokes and M&Ms and candy and stuff like that. And so, anyhow, but you don't want to do that because it's stressful. You're going to go up and down just like you do in the business, only you're going to do it like really, so you'll go into one event and you know, you'll be so excited, you'll do your event and you'll think, oh my gosh, I really didn't go for it. And you're going to feel like crap, right, Brooke?
Yes.
You want to say about that, one of those times?
Well, it was the scene read, and it did not.
Brooke, come over here for a second. Come over
Okay.
here so that we can. No, you can keep it running, Brooke.
Oh,
okay. Sorry.
No, please, just get a plate and
This
it's
is my
very
dinner.
informal here.
okay. It was basically just the scene read, and I got very intimidated by Barry Shapiro, who was telling us not to overact and how the VIP don't like it. And so I was like, oh God, I gotta change what I gotta do now. Because I had this whole plan of how I was gonna do it. And I just went out there and did it how everyone else before me did it. And when I was done, I was just like devastated. I was
Yeah.
so upset.
Yeah, and Brooke is one of those sensitive types.
Yeah.
Okay, we know each other. We're sensitive types. We do not do things. We can't let it go easily. So you will. So and she felt really bad, but it's like, you know, it's like, Brooke, get a hold of yourself. You've got more events to go.
Did you feel growth after that though?
Yes. Oh yeah. It helped me like gain more confidence and believe in myself more.
Right. Even with the critique and
Even
everything.
with even with all of it.
Yeah, because Barry Shapiro is someone I used to audition in front of in New York, and he's a crusty New Yorker. I mean, he's real New York. Do you know him?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, and I've been cast with him before, and so it's like, and he pulls no punches, you guys. Thanks, Brooke. He pulls no punches. I mean, he like will level you like that. And so he runs the improv stuff, and so I didn't know until after she came that he was back there telling people that. So here's the fine line of acting, y'all, and it's something we all deal with as actors, and that is, I'm always telling my students to be out there, to not make safe choices, but that's not the same as pushing it and being over the top or being a caricature, okay? I'm not even really asking you to understand that, except that there's always a fine line. So we either play it safe and it's like what everybody else is doing and we're not gonna stand out, but it's risky. Everything in acting is risky. So I'm always encouraging my students, I'd rather you take a risk and fall flat on your face than to play it safe and be upset with yourself afterwards, because for sure you will not stand out. But then there's that fine line of not going over the top, and and we still do. So that we can fall taking that risk. That's part of why it's called a risk. So the Tuesday, what's going to happen is you're going to get, Jana, can I have some of those, like the sheets that have the, what the schedules are like? I think they're, yeah, here they are. Okay, so this is just kind of a sample, and this is not, this is actually the summer one when I first was checking it out. And so this just gives you an idea, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and let me explain because I'll lose you as soon as I pass these out. What happens is, included in the price of the showcase, we'll get to that, cost and all that, is you get 3 showcases, okay? What is a showcase? A showcase is exactly that. There are, for actors, there are artists. There's scene read, there's a monologue, there's a cold read where you just get the material 20 minutes before you perform it, so they want to see you making really fast, quick choices. There's stand-up comedy. There is, because of like the Ryan Seacrest and everything, Brooke also did this one, what's it called?
TV presenter.
TV presenter. Okay, that's, like what you do. Yeah, you could do that with your eyes closed. And so they also give you your material right at the last minute on that, because you've got to be like on the cuff, and they want to see personality. Mm-hmm. They have singing, and you're going to see all kinds of range of singing, just like an American Idol. Yeah. You're going to see like, why are they doing that? Up to these people who are phenomenal, and everywhere in between. They also have singer-songwriter, so there were a lot of amazing songwriters there. They have, and I think you were mentioning how you're writing,
yeah,
and then they have dance, and then they have dance troupe. So you can either perform solely, or you can perform with I think it's only one other person. I don't think it's like a dance troupe.
And you have to do all these?
I think it's just one of them.
Yes, well you don't have to do all of them. You sign up for the ones you want to do. So there's one that is, they have models, and they have modeling agencies from all over the world. So you're going to see these girls, they're like 6 feet, and they're like, you close your eye and you're going to miss them. They are so skinny. You cannot believe it. And they are so gorgeous, right? And so they have ramp modeling, and then they have what's called commercial modeling, which is your everyday person,
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to ramp model because you're not tall enough. I was tall enough, but I was never skinny enough. I just like to eat too much, and I didn't have the bone structure for that, right? So I was always starving, pigging out, starving. We won't go into all that. So anyhow, they also have, can you think of some of the other categories?
Did you say product endorsement?
Oh, product endorsement. That is so much fun. We should have Brooke.
Oh gosh.
Brooke reenactors.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can either take a product that exists, or you come up with a product, right? And it's so funny. And the VIP, like all of them come to this event because it is the funniest thing. You have no idea the creativity that people have. And so, so Carlos, do you remember Carlos? He did this one. You should look it up on YouTube. But it's called the Mactini.
Mm-hmm.
The smallest Mactini.
Mactini.
It's the smallest computer in the world. It's an Apple. You haven't seen that? It's just one key.
No.
It's
So Funny. So anyhow, I have to let you guys see that before you guys go. So anyhow, and so Brooke did one that was the
Refinement Shop by Adobe.
Refinement Shop by Adobe.
Yeah.
Adobe.
Oh, no, you did not.
And so she came out like this.
Oh, and
she
I
comes
had
out the runway and she's like, you know, like a model and everything. It was so funny.
And this stuff you just make up in your head.
No. We practice this.
Yeah.
This is one of those, some of them you can prepare ahead. So product endorsement, we can prepare ahead. And oh my gosh, we prepared these things. Okay. And then Laura, who went with us, she did the nanny.
Thumb sucker.
What was it again?
Is your child a thumb?
No more thumb sucking. And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, she was just like, you know, well, with CIP, what is it? Child Protective Services might call you and all. She had this little kit for little kids not sucking their thumb, and it had a jalapeno pepper, and it had this and that. And she was all decked out in this Texas outfit with big Texas hair. It was really funny. So anyhow, we always have a lot of fun with that. So what happens is, sometimes on one day, we only get the schedule of the events 1 week prior to going. And that's when I'm always like, ah, and actors go, ah, because they see they have 3 events back to back. Did you have that all, Brooke?
No,
I
I
had that this time. They used to
I
have to
think
run.
it
Camille. It was Camille,
it was
wasn't
Camille, yeah.
Oh my gosh, she had to run from her product endorsement to another thing, and they're in these halls in this huge convention center. So I mean, she is like booking it. But they work with you, you know, they're that you can get to your
Sounds like
different
crazy.
events.
Crazy.
But it is, and then you're trying to get all those seminars, and then there's a great pool up there, and then they've, you know, there's just all kinds of things to have a lot of fun.
Well, there are like so many people from everywhere.
Yes. And so you're going to those seminars, you're figuring out what you're doing, you know, and again, like if you weren't going and Emma and Kate were going, then we would have to, I mean, we'd be looking at when her events are, making sure she gets to her events on time, and then Lisa, my sister, who used to help me with my showcases I put on, she's a production coordinator, she's an accounting for TV film. So she's gone all over the world doing TV film accounting, because we lived out in LA together, had a good time. And so she's in Florida now, and so she really, as Jana knows, she's sharp, and so does Brooke. She is a taskmaster. She will make things done.